First of all, this is the last part. Now, these perps, what they hate the most is because I bring the reality of what they do to children. This trash are low life. Matter of fact, they tell me how they're gonna frame me and they're gonna say they're gonna do this and that. They're gonna make me look like I've been with some kids here. I'm like, yes, this is the shit making this whipping noise. I pray that they continue to live this trashy life. You hear this trash, you're gonna make you a bitch. I was like, I'd rather be a bitch than torture children, you fucking low life. I'd rather be raped every day of my life than be connected to anything that does this harmful shit. They use these bottom feeders, these losers that have nothing shown. Like, I'd rather die in the hell. You think I want to change life? Do you think I want to trade life with what you do, with your nastiness? A low bottom feeders involving something that torture babies? You fucking shit. I'm so thankful I didn't get even the chance to do that. Now you're mad because you're exposed by reality. These perps are just bottom feeders, target individuals. See them for the shit that they are. For me, they're gonna try to torture me to the point of forgetting what they're involved in. That's why I pray that they continue to live in these nasty ways. They're like, I don't care. I was like, me too. That's what I'm saying. I'm so glad, but I'm gonna acknowledge the reality of things that I'm gonna put in your face before it happens. The reality that you fucking sold your fucking own children to frame. Excuse my language, talking individual, but these perps are so disgusting. They're the human shit of earth. And I love that for them. But I'm gonna put that in their face. I'm not concerning. I have no concern about what they do to their children. I'm sorry for being like that. But I have no concern that they will compromise their own children. And then this trash thing that is badass. Oh, God, yeah, great future. Trash ass. The bottom face, you've been exposed that you work for governmental entities, still pedophiles. Now you are here mad. Talk about how you're going to be turning me into a bitch. I'm dying. Whatever I turn into is over. You're the one who was supposed to live a life and would look at you, a loser who work for pedophiles who are here contrary the reality of what they're involved in. These perps are trash. And they've been humiliated by the reality. They want you to identify with the manipulation that they can clearly make you experience. They use this child like trash who nothing in life they have nothing. You should hear the way they make themselves talk. Then you see this shit, like, look, where's the fierceness? You see what kind of fierceness you have? It's okay, that's your job. But own it. For me, don't expect me to not see you for the low life that you are. I'm not even trying to be aggressive. Target individual, they have no self-respect. They don't even respect themselves. They're like, I don't care, we're gonna frame you. Yeah, good. You think I would say, stop, don't frame me, don't use your children in this way? No, go throw this shit in trash. I'm already dying. Then make yourself like an avenger, making this trash. Now listen to what they do to babies. That's why they're so angry. They torture children in so many horrible ways. And every day, their life is to try to block it out. Oh, now you're gonna hurt. Oh, think about how you're gonna be in pain. Okay. How they be in pain? Then be connected to these things.
House, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms.
Miss Catherine Nestor.
Catherine Nestor, and I'm from Pennsylvania. This commission has spoken of a long history of abuse of the human research subject. Although no one mentioned MKUltra today, President Clinton recently apologized for this. My young child and I have been used as non-consensual test subjects. We have been subjected to COINTELPRO-like stalking, remote neural monitoring, and electromagnetic torture, resulting in psychological and physical damage. And I won't go into the details of that because I have 4 pages written in here that is very similar to Connie's testimony. Please do not wait 70 years to investigate this. I ask Dr. Amy Gutman to begin today.
4 pages of this woman talk about how they torture their children. You know, for me, they tell me how they're gonna, now you said we're gonna have our kids say that we're such a badass. They were making me think of all the try to vilify me. If I brought up what they do to women, it is so disgusting. But I will finish up with one little testimonial from these losers, this childlike shit. They think that being they're badasses. It's over. You're not a badass. You work for pedophiles. There's a bill called End National Defense Network Abuse Act that shows that you guys are just bottom feeders for these pedos. You're not a badass. You're involved in a program that tortures even just young children. You're disgusting. And you sold your fucking retards, and I'm glad you did it. And now you pay for fantasizing, because this is the reality. And sorry, you'll pay for countering this.
I am currently a speech-language pathologist working in private practice with young children. I had a 7-year-old client who has autism, and she was the most significantly affected of all of my clients. I eventually had to tell this client to go to another clinic, and they used her to threaten the most torture in me as well as their most extreme forms of torture. For several months, she would cry and scream horribly during our therapy sessions despite having a great day at school.
You know the content what they say sometimes? Oh, you'll cry. It's like I'll cry like this 7-year-old autistic child. You know what? They try to exaggerate what it is as a child. What they involved in this. Imagine I'm involved in something like that and making some whipping noise. I was gonna punish you. Like they punish these babies.
I had to tell this client to go to another clinic, and they used her to threaten the most torture in me as well as their most extreme forms of torture. For several months, she would cry and scream horribly during our therapy sessions despite having a great day at school. This was highly unusual behavior for her, as she usually behaved very well during her therapy session. Her gasping for air a few times in the same way.
Gasping for air, a 7-year-old autistic child. This is the shit involved in this, making this noise campaign, talk about how they're gonna punish me. See, you're gonna serve. You go throw your fucking retards in the...
I do when I am being more severely suffocated.
They interact with me via V2K, using this technology to create these dialogues. Because they're not being visible when they talk to you using this technology. They come up with characters and they try every tonality possible for you to be accepted. It is a gig. If I say in this way, is it gonna sound more real? Is it gonna sound more fantasy? Like the fantasy is gonna sound more like realistic? Is it gonna sound like we're really trying to avenge when we're involved in a program that tortures children? Is that gonna be blocking out the reality of what they do to kids?
The suffocation had been in a mild state for a while up until this point. Many of their torture methods are cyclical in severity. Right after I saw this child being suffocated, then I began...
Then it starts changing subject. Oh, you're gonna lose, this and that. The sky is blue. Something.
Experience very extreme suffocation all day, every day, for about 2 months straight, and that's also when they made it worse when I eat. Then I also worked with a 4-year-old little girl with Down syndrome, as well as her 5-year-old...
4-year-old Down syndrome and 5-year-old...
sister, who also has Down syndrome.
When they bring up what I did as a child, they talk about, oh, 4, remember what you did. I did something to myself, which they try to exaggerate. Listen, I understand the game they're playing. They want you to think of them as some kind of like anything but this massive government that's doing that to you. This massive government that has these issues with pedophilia. But there's some kind of adventures. They come up with all kind of scenarios and storylines of what this is about. To counter the reality of what really this is about. Not to even counter, to distort the reality. To make you believe the target individual that this is not this massive government that's using human beings as test subjects. But there's this group of avenging, this satanical, diabolical group of cults, this Russian government. It's just theatric. To counter what truly this is about.
And I also worked with a 4-year-old little girl with Down syndrome, as well as her 5-year-old sister, who also has Down syndrome. I observed both of these girls suddenly grabbing their genitals in pain and verbalizing, ow. I observed this at least on 1 or 2 occasions for each of...
I'd rather be slowly rotting than live a life where not only I'm partaking in a program that does this to children, then try to deflect and distort the testimonials of a woman saying what's happening to her children because they want to maintain this fantasy to still try to present themselves as this femme fatale, this trash that even sold their retards of children and try to sound fierce. In every way, these people are being groomed to be proper pedophiles. To the point of using their children as like, now you're gonna serve, we're making you pay, trash us. 1, you're involved in a program that tortures children. 2, you're involved in a program filled with women and children. 3, the entities that runs this program are filled with pedophiles. That's what they were trying to change for what I was trying to say. To the point where there's a whole bill for the entities that come up with this technology, that develop this technology and that contract these losers, that sold their fucking retards of children for whatever they can do.
For each of them during their separate sessions. During one session, I observed one of my 3-year-old clients suddenly grab his crotch.
You understand? These shits are low lives. Low lives. They involve in just one sample of woman, just one. There's so many of it, I can bring so many, but just one for now. Of this woman, one of many. There's definitely more recent testimonials of horrible things, but this woman, I think she's...
And the gang stalking, these are people that I'm convinced that are not Christians. I'm a Christian. I'm not going to commit suicide. Destitute. They want... This has been just amazing. This has not been easy. I found that I cry a lot. At 35 years old, you do not come down with a mental illness. That's what they want you to think. They want to isolate you. They want you to think that you're mentally ill. They want you to be destitute. They want to target you. This is a psychological warfare, and we need to speak out about it. Every time you get knocked down, get back up. I'm a Christian. I'm not going to commit suicide. That's not what I'm going to do. I want to be a voice to other people that I would like to see everybody that's a targeted individual to show, because we have a voice and it needs to be heard. There's a lot of scare tactics that's going to keep you from going. I've been told if I speak out, they will kill my son, or they will kill me. That's from the enemy. That's
The V2K. So they'll say we're the Russian government, we're the Chinese government, we're evil aliens, we're Satan's, satanic ritual abuse. And I've heard all these stories. One guy believed it was some 14-year-old kid with an Xbox that lived next door. The trickery really is that great when you're under hypnosis, that people will believe something other than a massive government.
already being used. I mean,
If you talk to the victims, the TIs, one of the worst breakdowns, and it's pretty common. I think I can say the word simulated rape in forced
you
orgasm.
can say anything you want. This is the internet.
And so simulated orgasms and rape is
Right.
extremely common, and
Right.
especially violating for women. They complain about that torture breakdown the most.
These shits have been destroyed in the facade in the ways they've been presenting themselves. Still think that I will identify with this manipulation that's disturbing. Still think that I'm going to look at them as like they protect children. Still think that I'm going to think of them as avengers when this trash. We can go to mass shooting. The evilness of what this shit are involved in, not because of what they're doing just to me. So for me, I'm like, go throw your retards in it. There'll be thanks for it. But I will not let them live the fantasy. When they talk about how they're going to torture me in this violent way, God give me the strength for the violent tortures and whatever I'm going to go through. But I know at this point it's going to be theatrical because this is the reality of what they're part of. I haven't identified with this manipulation. I know it's what they do. They force me to look at this baby in these disgusting ways. And I know they're not this painted presentation that's so full of shit where there's some kind of badass event trash us. I know this governmental entity has been working on this technology for a long time. And the reason why my body is just breaking down is because this technology is being hit on me. So I'm attacking to just stay strong and see this low life where they are.